Hot 97, the new movement. DJ Drewski in the building. Kiyomi Leslie has pulled up.
Yes, yes.
Big Yomi. Big Yum.
Yomi, the biggest.
What other nicknames am I missing? We got Yum.
Yum. The Yum Yum sauce, the goat.
Okay.
Throat goat, all that.
Throat goat.
Yeah.
Who gave you that one?
My man.
Your man. Her man gave her that one, but
Nah, that's the name though. That's the name though.
that's the name.
Yeah, that's
You
for my
hold the title.
OnlyFans. That's
Oh, that's
my-
actually your OnlyFans name.
Nah, my OnlyFans name is Kiyomi Leslie, but I'm just
Okay.
saying that's where I got the nickname.
That's where you got the title from.
Yeah.
Now, Kiyomi, where did that come from? Because we know Leslie is your actual name.
Uh huh.
Where did Kiyomi come from?
Kiyomi means pure beauty
Mm-hmm.
in Japanese. I got the name because I love it and I wanted something that was true to who I was, and so I went with it.
Was that the name you used before TV, before music, when you was dancing? Did you have a? You ain't use Leslie?
Nah, with dancing, I really didn't want anything that I was associated with to be associated with that name, Kiyomi. So I went by a couple names. I went by Yoshi. I went by Almond. I went by Kai. Yeah.
Like KY?
KYE.
KYE.
Mm-hmm.
Those were the three.
3 names.
Who made the
I
most
didn't
money?
dance at a lot of clubs.
Who made the most money? Kai, Naomi. Who would you think made the most money?
I would have to say Almond because that was when I first started dancing. And then Kai because that's when I used to dance at Cheetah in Atlanta. And, you know,
Are we going to talk about all
they
that?
had the ballers coming
Right.
here.
Shout out to Atlanta, but originally,
Yeah.
you know, for people that know you, they know you from North Carolina,
Yeah.
right? And then, you know,
Raleigh.
shout out to Raleigh, North Carolina.
Hey.
At what age did you say, yo, I'm going to Atlanta. I got to get up out of here? Because you said it's been about 9 years, right?
Yeah. I don't want to do all
So
that. I don't
you've
wanna
been
do
in
all the-
Atlanta. Yeah, we ain't got to.
Yeah,
we don't want to throw things
But it's
off.
been a minute.
Right.
It's been a minute. I came to Atlanta on a humbug, and I was just like, you know what? It was my homegirl birthday, and I was like, girl, I've never seen a place like this before. Like, it was so many lights. It was so much action. Like, Raleigh is not known for the action. So, like, we shut down around, like, 2. And, you know, you need a container for your liquor. Like, they don't let you pour your own liquor. Like, it was bottles flowing. I was like, oh, my God, I want to come here. I want to live here. And that was the end of the story.
So you went on just to go to Atlanta.
Yeah, on a girl's trip.
Then you got caught up and said, I'm moving here.
And then less than 6 months later, I moved there.
Dolly, by yourself.
Yes, by myself. I didn't have a place to stay until the actual, like, week of me moving.
Did you have friends, like, that lived in Atlanta?
Crazy story. I actually met a guy at the valet at the Marriott in Atlanta. And I was like, I want to come back and try to look for a spot. And he was like, well, you can come to my house. And I'm thinking like, oh, he's just trying to
on some
hit.
creep.
Yeah.
Like creep.
But I actually took him up on that offer, and he's like still a really close friend of mine to this day. Like, and he helped me find my apartment. He helped me find everything. Like, helped me get the job. He took me to Cheetah. Like, he was like, this is one of the best clubs in Atlanta.
So I'm sure he's super proud of you now.
Yeah, very, very, very proud.
With everything you did, and it feels like you accomplished a lot in a short period of time.
Mm-hmm.
And that's comes with hustle.
Yeah.
So that has to be built in you.
My dreams were really big. Like, I was scared of myself because my dreams were big. I felt like living in Raleigh, I always say this, I felt like I was a shark swimming with goldfish because I felt like the people around me, they just wanted to get married or just have kids and, you know, just live there, and that was okay for them. And I always felt like I always said, and my grandma says, now I have to say something else. I always said I wanted to be famous. I was like, I want to be famous.
As a little girl.
As a little girl. Like, I had a big personality. And I think over the years, I kind of toned it down because being an Aries, we can come off as very aggressive and very diva-ish. And so a lot of people don't know how to take it. So I'm kind of laid back and I observe the room before I start opening up.
Right.
But I just had to move because I was like, this is trapping my mind.
Now, you said as a little girl, you told grandma, I want to be famous. Some people would consider you famous now.
Yeah, for sure.
Was it everything you thought it would be as a little girl?
Yes and no. Yes and no. Like, I'd say that my grandmother told me now I have to change it because at that point I wanted to be famous. I didn't say rich. And words speaks like they cast spells. So you have to ask for what you want and you have to be definite in what you want. And now I'm like, I want to be rich and famous. Because,
or just rich at this point.
Yeah. Because the fame is already there. So it's like now I'm on the hustle of getting to the bag. Like, this year, the years prior, it was like, I want money now.
Let's talk about the steps that got you famous, right? So you moved to Atlanta. You're dancing in Atlanta. Your first gig is Wildin' Out?
No, I was actually a video vixen.
Video vixen?
Yeah. Like,
what was the first video?
My first video was K-Camp. Shout out to K-Camp.
What?
It was his Money Baby video.
Oh, that's the big one.
That was like a big song in North Carolina. Yeah, it was a big song. And I was like, yo, I know every word to this song. I actually did that video for free. That's how much hustle. I was like, okay, my best friend was like, they got a video for K-Camp's Money Baby video and you would be good because you love this song. And I'm like, oh my God, this is like my calling. It was destined to be. So she sent me the casting sheet and I reached out to people. I didn't go through like a casting agency or anything like that. I just reached out to whoever posted the post and they were like, yeah, I'm K-Camp's people. Pull up. Yeah, pull up. And I'm like, okay, cool. And you know what? And I still speak on this to this day. Like, I was not paid for that video, but I ended up being the lead girl because I came prepared. Like, all of the other girls that were paid to be there were not on their toes. And I came hair done, makeup bag. I was doing some of the girls' makeup, and I just got moved to the main girl position.
So you do K-Camp. Now you feeling yourself a little bit.
For sure.
I'm outside. I'm in the big cake. Because that song went crazy.
Yeah, it did.
And then at what point did it turn from like video vixen to Wildin' Out?
Lala Means is a casting director, and she was booking me for a lot of the videos, and she got into a gig at Wildin' Out with Nick Cannon, and she was like, I think you would be a really good fit for a Wildin' Out girl. And I'm like, you think so? She was like, yeah, come out to a casting. And I ended up going to a casting, and I got the gig, and I was just like, damn, this was easy.
Right.
Yeah, it was
great. Some people overthink it.
Yeah, I was definitely overthinking it. Like, I think as women, we always overthink. We're nervous. We want to be perfect, and we're not. We want to be the most beautiful girl in the room, and there are a ton of beautiful girls. So, I mean, it's not always about being beautiful. It's about having personality, too.
Right. 1000%.
And being a Wildin' Out girl, that's, like, the number one thing, personality.
They tell you that while you on the set.
Yeah, like, it's not all about being a pretty face. Like, you have to be able to... People have to be attracted to you.
Right.
Like, as far as your personality, too.
Like, because you said there's 1,000 pretty women in the room. It's like, okay, what makes you different?
Right.
And you feel like your personality is what carried you.
I feel like my personality, my looks, my following, Nick does a great job vetting all the girls.
Shout out to Nick.
Right. And I feel like a bunch of the girls have a really nice following. So that plays a big part.
One of the rumors, shout out to Nick, that's my man, but they say Nick he sleeps with most of the women. We know he definitely has a problem. Clearly,
yeah, we can see that.
He got a whole vending machine, a condom vending machine they sent him. So he's definitely outside. But how real is that? He during his venting, that's part of the process.
I'm gonna have to say I don't know. Like, that wasn't my experience. Like, Nick was never anything but nice and a gentleman to me. He never tried to holler at me, so God, I don't know. Maybe I wasn't his type or something. I don't know. But he never tried to holler at me, so that's that. But I mean, you know, girls talk. Right. Exactly. Girls talk. And so, you know, I just listen. I'm a confidant.
Right.
I like to listen. I don't tell secrets.
I'm sure some of them think you their therapist too.
Yeah, for sure. And I like to give them a pep talk. Like, these guys in the industry, like, it's clear, like, you're not the only one.
Yeah, no, it's not.
But some of them believe that they are, so that's the tricky part.
How can they believe that? You think it's just...
I think with sex comes emotions and feelings, and, you know, we may see a different... Like, this is not just even on Nick. This is just, like...
yeah, we're talking in general.
Yeah, in general. Like, you don't see what these guys are telling the women behind closed doors, like, oh, I love you, or they're doing intimate things with them that they might not do with, they say they might not do with every girl. Like, maybe you go raw, maybe you.
Right, eating booty.
Yeah, sucking toes, all that. You know, now I feel like, dang, you do that for everybody, or is that just me? Now I feel special.
But sometimes I tell you, I only do this with you.
Right. Just like girls say, oh, I've never done this before.
Have you used that line?
Maybe. But I've never done this before.
Girls say it to what? To make the guy feel...
Guys believe what they want to believe.
Right?
I've learned that in the strip club.
There's some men that are attracted to experienced women. Like, don't tell me you never done this before. It makes me... I want you to talk to me like... You know what I'm saying?
Guys believe whatever they want to believe about you. Just like if you have sex on the first night, like a man may think like, oh, she's a hoe. But some man may be like, she did this for me because I made her comfortable with me to go here.
Got you.
So I mean, they believe what they want to believe.
Right. But there's definitely that rumor. Shout out to Nick and his condom vending machine.
Did he really get a condom vending machine?
Yeah, he posted somebody that got it for his birthday. It's a
safe sex is the best sex.
Safe sex is the best sex.
Yeah.
Clearly, you're a mother now, right? Of a baby
you
boy.
Go there?
No, because now you have a boy.
Yes, I have a boy.
So does anything? Because I just had a girl, right? And I'm sure it's completely different. Like,
yes,
a girl, you're super protective. You don't even want her to know about any of that. As a mom to a boy and knowing men.
I think that's the wrong idea for women. Because we learn from our friends, and I can say that from experience. Like, most of the stuff I learned about being a woman is from the strip club. Like, people think, like, strippers are disgusting, whatever they may have their little feelings about strippers. But
I love strippers.
Men, y'all love them, but women can feel like, oh, nah, that's an easy job, or they're doing something, they're taking the easy route, and it's really hard. And I feel like I learned mostly about being a woman through being in the strip club,
But through other women that you worked with.
Yeah, for sure.
Did it make you realize, like, damn, I'm not as lost as I thought I was? Or, like, there's women really going through situations and I'm sort of blessed.
Yeah, I feel blessed. Like, I didn't need the strip club, but it was a hobby. I love dancing. I enjoy being sexy.
Right.
And making money from it.
Were you at that time thinking ever about doing music, becoming an artist?
Yeah.
That was always in the back of your mind.
Yeah, always. Like, I was rapping in elementary school. Like, throw you off the side of the boat and watch you float. Like, it was like rapping in the lunchroom type stuff for me.
Did your family know you wanted to do music?
Yeah.
So they felt like, okay, her going to Atlanta is just going to help further her music career.
No. I don't think that, like, my mom was kind of disappointed at first, like, not in me, but like in the choices that I was making, because she wanted me to go to college. She was stuck in that mentality.
Of course.
And I feel like, you know, now it's a new generation. It's a new era where you don't have to go to college to be somebody. And that's what I showed her. Like, I showed her that there was a different way, a different route for me.
Right.
Because college is not for everyone.
No, we know that now.
For sure.
So her reaction now when she sees you running around New York doing interviews and on TV.
That's my daughter. Right. Like, she has a boutique, Eye Candy,
shout
Couture.
Moms.
Shout out the moms.
Go support moms, Eye Candy.
Right, Eye Candy Couture. But you know, she uses me as her model.
She gets it now.
Yeah, she
understands it.
And she's like, everywhere I go in North Carolina and Raleigh, she's like, everybody's like, oh, that's your daughter. So she's famous in the city. So she's loving that attention.
Whatever it takes to sell some of them clothes.
Right. Period.
Yeah, that's her daughter. Go buy the clothes.
Period.
So we was on Wildin' Out. From Wildin' Out, you go to Growing Up.
Hip hop.
Atlanta. Through the same connect.
No, that was through my ex-boyfriend.
Bow Wow. So he was on the show. He put you on with him.
Yeah. We met at a freak did we meet? No, he hollered at me on Instagram. That's what that was. He hollered at me on Instagram. He hopped in my DMs on like New Year's Eve or around New Year's Eve. And he was like, hey, I'm having a party, come through. That was like the viral moment for him where they said he was supposed to be in a mansion and he wasn't.
So the DM was part of the show too?
No, the DM was real. Like,
I'm saying the party, like come to the party. That was for the show?
No, it was for him to meet me. The show
in real life?
Yeah, in real life.
Oh, so
the show came
the show.
after. Like, our relationship was a real relationship. Yeah.
Right.
We started the relationship, and then, you know, like, I think we went out to a show, what do you call it? The show viewing.
Got you.
And he was like, they're going to love you. I want to put you on the show. And this was like maybe a week into our relationship. And I'm thinking in my head, like, this guy's crazy.
Was the show already on? Like,
yeah, the show had been.
So a season was already on.
Yeah, it was seasons before I entered the show. But they were going through, what do you call it, when they want to see how the show does and if it gets the green light again.
Right.
So they were going through that. And he was like, they're going to love you. I signed on with Grown Up Hip Hop as, you know, the girlfriend. We were supposed to be showing our life.
Mm-hmm. But you was excited for it.
Yeah, I was really excited, actually.
Not just about the relationship. You knew you had to build a relationship.
Yeah.
But to be back on TV on a different show.
Honestly, I wasn't even thinking in that space. Like, when I said I wanted to be famous, I was just speaking those words into existence because that was me personally. How it happened, I feel like that was the way it was supposed to happen. My higher power made it happen however it was supposed to happen. Like, so in my mind, I was really feeling someone, and I'm like, okay, I'm dating them, but if the perks come with it, then fine for me.
Then it is what it is.
Yeah, so when I got on the show, I was like happy that I was going to be showing my relationship with a guy that I'm in love with. So I was super excited.
There was never no like fear of like, yo, stuff from my past might come up.
No.
Val might get upset or angry of things he don't know, or did y'all discuss everything prior to going on? Like,
that's the thing. Like, I may portray one thing on Instagram and blah, 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 but I don't have a concern about my history or my priors.
Not because you. The man, like me, right, for instance, I needed to know everything and everyone before we go on this show. Because if something pops up and I don't know what's going on, I'm not concerned because, I always tell the man that I'm dating, I used to dance, so that's not a secret. And so you know what comes with that lifestyle, but just other relationships you had that might have been like someone could bring it up, like y'all never discussed nothing. No, because I don't have anything like nothing like that will come up. Yo, you don't want to tell me something before, because once you go on this TV, you know they're gonna start digging up dirt. People did do that, but it was more so like, oh, I used to know her. I went to school with her. It wasn't like she was corny or she was lame. She was the quiet girl, that type of thing. And which I was a quiet girl. I got A's and B's. I was just quiet. So that was me. So I can't. That's nothing that I'm ashamed of. So it was no dirt though, like, because as a male, our ego is like, yo, why you never told me you used to mess with this person? Why didn't you tell me you used to fuck with this person? When we first started talking, like, he did make me, like, not make me, but it was more so like, show me your DMs. Right. I want to see everything. I want to see who's in your DMs. Bow, I'm with you, Bow. I'm on the same type of time. Yeah. So, I mean, it was a little like jealousy, but I think that was what caused an end to our relationship in the end, because the stuff that you require of me, I'm gonna require that from you. I'm an alpha female, so you're not gonna just tell me to roll over and I'm gonna just roll over. Like, nah, if you asking me to come in the house at a certain time, I'm gonna ask you to come in the house at a certain time. If you asking to check my phone, I'm gonna check your phone. I'm gonna check you about how I feel. I'm not gonna act like I didn't see something or let something slide. Mm. I may the first time, because I know sometimes, you know, you teach people how to lie. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to watch, observe, and then once I get all the information, I'm going to address it. Do you feel like having that type of energy is why he's an ex? As far as what? His energy? Like, just the untrustworthy, you know what I'm saying? I don't trust you. You don't trust me. I feel like I got to check your phone. You feel like I got to check my phone. Like, was it like that to the end? Nah, it started getting like that. Like, once we started doing all the breaking up, like, months, we broke up for like 3 months. And then during that 3-month period, it was kind of like a lot of girls. Did you wild out, though? No. Because sometimes as a man, you're like, I just put you on TV, said you my girl, and now you embarrassing me. I feel like you can't count what you do for your woman. Every man in the world should put his woman in a position to win.
Like, it's so easy for women to win out here.
But that was him putting you in a position.
But if you're going to count it and say, I made you, or I can break you because I did this for you, then that means you weren't doing it for the right reasons. Like, I'm not going to count a favor that I did for my woman. I put her in a position of power because that's what I want for her.
But if the woman is doing wrong, then that type of energy comes out. I do no wrong. She does no wrong.
Like, and that's for real. Like, you're not going to hear a story of me cheating. Like, yeah, it's a lot of guys that want to talk to me. Look, I'm a hot woman.
The same reason why I would want to holler at you.
Yeah, and that's the thing. But if you can't dish it, like, don't put it out there if you can't take it. Yeah, like, if you want to be a
he's
player,
looking at it like, I'm who I am. I'm putting you on. If I'm doing it, that don't mean you could do it. You're not me.
I don't know if maybe like my mental is different, but I don't care that you're a rapper. I don't care that whatever the case may be. I want to be held to the same standards, and I want you to hold me and you accountable for each other. And I feel like it's a cop out for any man, not just him, to say
I'm talking
that I'm a rapper and so I have to live a certain lifestyle. I know me and you know what we're talking about, but the watchers or the listeners
may make something up.
Yeah, like, oh, she meant this. But I just feel like, you can't hide from. It's a lot of rappers and artists in this like era that have wives and girlfriends. So it's gonna come to a point in time, right?
Wives and girlfriends.
But there are some who have been in relationships with their wives and just their wives, or they may have had slip ups, but they got it together.
Right. So you wouldn't.
I like
be okay
women.
with being. Yeah, we know that before Atlanta, you dating women.
Yeah, sure. I dated women for 6 years.
And what made you say I'm gonna start?
I moved to Atlanta, and it wasn't really a dating scene for me. I saw more butch. I like stems, girls that look like
girly girls. Like,
nah, they gotta look like a tomboy. Like, they play basketball, like sexy,
fit.
Yeah.
And it was none.
I didn't see any.
Right.
So I just started going for different, what I was around. And my environment was rappers, guys, athletes, whatever.
Which makes sense. And I respect you feeling that way. And that's the way it should be. But then by now, you know how men think and positions certain men are in, egos, and all that plays into it. But you're on TV, then you're going through a breakup publicly.
Really hard.
At any point did you say, the little girl from North Carolina, like, I'm going back home. I'm over this famous, like, this ain't it?
No, I never said
Never
that.
broke.
No.
Never been.
I'm not going to tell you that I never broke, because that relationship broke me. Like, it broke me down. But, like a phoenix, you got to burn up and then you reform again. Like, that was how I was. Like, I was at a place where I didn't know who I was. I was dating somebody who, of course, they were established in the industry.
Right.
So for me, it was more so like, now, who are you besides being someone's girlfriend? I always, and that's how we related in the beginning, like telling him my dreams and aspirations. So for somebody to use that against me, it was hurtful. But, I didn't have a problem telling him I want to be famous. He said, as a man, I can make that happen for you. You're my girl. You're a star. You're a star. You're a star to me. If I like you, I know other people will. So, that wasn't, I don't know. That wasn't on my mind.
Right. But it made you sad, but it didn't make you go back to North Carolina.
No.
It probably made you go harder now.
Yeah, it made me go 10 times harder. Like, I broke down, cried about it, and went through a therapist and, talked about my feelings. We were still legally in court. So that was also hard. I lost a child through that whole situation. So, it was hard, but I got back up and I was like, Atlanta is home for me. I can't go back. I don't have anything to go back to in North Carolina. Like, I made it so I can't go back.
Do you feel like people that you thought were your friends turn their back on you too? Like, pick sides?
I don't really have a lot of, like, how do I say that? I rock with everybody, but I don't rock with nobody. So it was like, I know this industry is about who you know, how many followers you got. It's like that type of thing. So I did see a lot of people like, oh, she's not with him anymore.
Right.
So let me try to see if I can get with him. Like, I saw a whole bunch of that. Like
girls you knew.
Yeah, like, what? It was some
Dirty.
wilding out girls. It was like, yeah, it was crazy.
Dirty.
Yeah, but you know, I always say, you know, it's a hustle with dating.
Right.
So I mean, if you can get them.
So after that happens, was the show over at that point?
What, Wildin' Out?
No, the
Grown Up Hip Hop. I actually had signed a contract. We were supposed to start filming February 2nd. Well, February 4th, and we got into our incident February 2nd. And I wasn't really pleased with how they made me look, because I feel like a lot of why people think I'm this jealous, crazy girlfriend is because they didn't know that he was the executive producer.
Of course.
So, you know, he can
manipulate
manipulate it to look like how it is or whatever. So
do you blame him though? Having that power?
I don't blame him for having that power. I mean, everybody, if they had the chance to get that kind of power, would take it. But do I think that I would use it to make somebody that I was once in love with look like a bad person? Probably not. Like, I would make it look more realistic. Like I said, it was manipulated, and I think that's probably why people think I am the way I am, and I'm totally opposite of that.
I don't know, because I never seen an episode of. So you're putting me on to it, but it's super interesting because I could relate a little bit to it. I get it. I understand.
You know.
Yeah, I'm saying I can understand it, but I don't know the story. So did that, during the breakup, was that on television?
No, I didn't let them film that part because, like I said, I didn't like the way that they had portrayed me in prior episodes from the last season. And then this season, so you was already over it before the breakup. because everybody thought like we were breaking up because of the show, like stuff that happened on the show, and it was more than that. It was bigger than that. So, you know, I didn't like that part of it, and I was just like, you know what, we are in serious shit now. Like, we're going to court.
It got
so
too real.
I can't let you portray me any kind of way on this television show and be in cahoots with it. Like, it's one thing because they still talked about me that whole season. Of course, So, but I couldn't physically get in the mix.
So what do you do? Like, do you start doing your own interviews? Do you go to Instagram? Like, how do you kind of tell people, yo, that ain't me. Like, that ain't me.
The angry side of me did get on Instagram like, that's a lie. Y'all believe this clown. He's a lame, la, la, la.
Right.
But, you know, that was angry. And in hindsight, I'm an Aries, so I'm very emotional and very, like, fiery.
Right.
So a lot of the stuff I didn't really think about at first.
Of course.
But, you know, I could have handled it with more finesse, but I didn't. And I don't regret it because, I mean, shit, it happened. But I could have handled it better.
Now, but when you going through it, you ain't thinking about none of that.
I saw red.
So today, is there a peace treaty? Did you guys say, you know what, this is crazy?
I've not seen him since
the drama.
Yeah.
You haven't spoke nothing?
No. Mm-mm.
If you did see him, would you say, yo, can you laugh about it at this point? Not laugh about it, but kind of like forgive.
I don't think I can laugh about
the situation.
But I have forgiven him because I've realized that hurt people hurt people. Mm-hmm. And I'm a woman enough to know that I made some mistakes too. I could have left and should have left, but I stayed, tried to make it work, tried to make excuses. And I think as women, we do that sometimes. So, I mean, now it is what it is. Like, we got our court case dropped and no charges for either one of us. So it is what it is.
Life goes on.
Life goes on.
On a scale of like 1 to 10, how much do you hate talking about this?
I feel like I haven't really talked about it enough.
Let's dig deeper. Let's go. Nah, I was kidding.
I really feel like, you know, a lot of people didn't hear my side. And I feel like with any kind of situation with famous people, celebrities, somebody may have more fame and notoriety than the other. I think that there is a bias, you know, especially when it comes to women, because we're all automatically looked at as gold diggers or clout chasers.
Yeah, of course they're going to look at your history, right? And say, she was a dancer.
Yeah.
She was on Wildin' Out.
Yeah.
Bow put her on.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And you knew that though.
Mm-hmm.
Me already knowing you and your hustle mentality and you as a person.
Yeah.
You're like, I know that. And I'm okay with that.
Right. I'm okay with that. But I didn't like, if you can look at my history, then you can also do your history on him.
Right.
There are multiple women besides me who have said things about him. There are multiple negative relationships. You can look on the show. You can look in Google. You can, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
It just like you can do your research on me. His research is out there as well. So that's all I wanted people to know. Like, do a fair research.
But then they would say, then Yomi, if you knew this, why'd you even?
Well, that's the thing. I didn't know.
So you didn't do your research.
Yeah, I didn't do
dating.
my research prior. Like when I went into it, it was really naive. Like I was just like, oh, this is the guy that I loved back in like high school,
yeah, everybody
whatever.
loved
Like
that.
right. So that was what it was for me, and I'm just like, okay. And there were signs, and then when I started getting my flags, it looked like a theme park, and I was like, I'm ready to ride this ride. But when they got serious, I started like doing research, and I'm scared. And some of the stuff I'm asking him about, like, what was this? And he's like, oh, nothing. Like that was
at that
nothing.
point.
Yeah,
let's not even talk about that.
Right. And so I'm deep in it, and I'm kind of like, what did I get myself into? So,
How long was the relationship?
a year and a half, 2 years.
2 years is you could create a strong bond.
I mean, I feel like we were together nonstop since day one, though. Like once we linked up, it was like we were inseparable. Like we were always together.
Right. You felt like that was the one at that time.
For sure. Like I felt like I don't want to say.
Did you have your heart broke before that? Like any other?
That
like,
was my
real
first
heartbreak
real relationship.
with a man.
Mm-hmm.
Has a woman ever broke your heart?
Of course. But I'm usually the heartbreaker with women.
After all that, did you say, I'm going back to women?
No, I like women, but I know I need a man.
So from the breakup with Bao, how long did it take to then find who now is the father of your child?
Me and the father of my child have been knowing each other for over 5 years. So like we've always been cool. Like it was just cool. We're both from North Carolina, and we now live in Atlanta. So it was kind of like, and Bao knew about him. Like he was like texting me like, you better not go. Why you keep following him? Blah, blah, blah. So, it was just one of those things that like once I separated, I was getting my feet back wet. Like I was so scared of dating. I was like,
Felt like you couldn't trust nobody?
Yeah, I was like, I don't want to get used to anybody anymore. Like he seen me without my wig, without my lashes, without my makeup. Like I'm comfortable with this guy. Right. And I was really afraid of going through that again, because it's like, I think that sometimes people forget that even if you're Instagram famous or famous, we're real people and we have real feelings. And, at the end of the day, I take all of this off, and I'm a human being with real feelings. And I was scared to go through that. So someone
you trusted already. He was someone you trusted.
Yeah. So when he kind of reached out to me, I was kind of like, look, I didn't get out of a relationship to be like a fun girl. Like, right. I don't want that. And he was just like, nah, that's not where I'm at with it. And I really rock with you. And so, yeah, we started talking on and off.
Do you know how tight that might have made Bow Wow? Like, yo, this whole time he was plotting on her anyway.
I mean, hey, look, and I went through his phone and saw a lot of females that he said he was.
That you knew.
Yeah, for sure. So for me, it wasn't about revenge. It was just about, this is somebody that I already know, somebody that I was already cool with. And, as females, we don't want to add no new bodies to the.
Well, he's still a new body.
Nah.
Oh, it was an old body.
Yeah, it was an old body.
Oh, okay, so it's a little different.
Yeah, it's a little different. I've been knowing him. Like we've been there, done that. It. Yeah, we've been kicked it. So it was like, it was a natural thing.
Do you feel like he was like waiting?
For sure, because it was one of those things. Like before I got with Bao, me and him had a talk, and I was just like, "Where are we going?" because it was like we've been knowing each other, like we're messing around,
Right.
and I'm turning guys down for you. Like, what are you
What is
doing?
this?
Are we dating? Are we kicking it? What are we doing? And at that point in his career, he was like having fun.
Does he do music too?
No, he's an athlete.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, he was having fun, and I could respect it, but I was like, at this point as a woman, I have to move forward.
Right.
Like, I'm not gonna wait. I'm gonna move on. And he understood what it was. In his mind, he said he didn't know that. He said he already thought we were dating
Before like actually locking in.
Yeah, and I'm like, how? You didn't ask me. I didn't ask you. We were just.
This is one of those things though. You're like, yeah, she's mine. Like we kicked it in the past. This is the second time. She's mine. Like.
Nah,
You
I
didn't
need
feel it.
confirmation, because then that's when guys say girls are crazy. Like, oh, she crazy. And I'm like, nah, you told me we're in a relationship, we date, we like each other.
So the breakup was on the second, you said, right?
Yeah.
Something.
That's when we went to jail, got the scratches, all that stuff.
And that's the last time y'all spoke.
Mm-hmm.
On the second.
Mm-hmm.
On the third, what was your DMs looking like? Besides baby daddy, the father of your child. Was the DMs like, were you surprised by the DMs?
I was, because I'm in my mind like, this guy is going to make it hard for me to date again. Every guy in America is going to think I'm crazy, and they're not going to want to date me. But that was
You woke up
not
on the
the
third
case.
like, oh.
Yeah, it was a bunch of guys
shit.
like, you too good for him anyway, love. Reach out to me. I'll treat you better. He don't know what to do with something like that.
How many rappers and how many ball players do you think reached out?
I don't know.
You lost count. Was it more rappers or more ball players? What do you think you attract?
I attract them both.
So
equally.
it's like equal.
Equal. Yeah.
If you had to guess, we're definitely not saying no names, but over 20 rappers.
I don't know. Like, yeah, I guess from A list to Z list.
Right.
Yeah.
Like people that
so,
a random person would know.
yeah, for sure.
Over 20.
Mm-hmm.
Over 30.
Oh,
Like DMs, like requests, like, yo, let me take you out, pull up, this, whatever.
yeah, I got a long list of requests. And sorry to some of the guys that I didn't get back to, because I really didn't see it. But it's
you
like,
was responding to.
No, I'm like, hey, when I got out of that relationship, some of them got some DMs back.
Right.
Like, hey, friend.
Did you get any good gifts? Did you use it to get some gifts?
I feel like you got me telling all my juice and all my tea.
We're not saying names. We just
No,
wanna
we're
know
not,
what the
but,
best.
I
Okay,
did
what was
get-
the best gift?
I don't know.
A necklace,
I
a
got
watch,
jewelry.
but that wasn't the best.
No,
A new apartment?
They were all nice. I got all of that.
Apartment.
Car, apartment,
Mm.
jewelry,
But
clothes,
but different
shoes.
people were sending different gifts.
Yeah.
What was the best one?
They were all the best. I can't
They were
say
all
that
equal?
because then if somebody's hearing it or listening, they might feel like, oh dang, she
Who
think my
cares? It's over.
I care. I
It's
like
over.
to. I
You're
like
a mama
to,
now.
I am a mom, but I still like to leave everything.
You might be a wife soon.
What is the word? Amicably? Is that a word?
Yeah, I can't even pronounce it. It's
Yeah,
fine.
that word.
Yeah.
Amicable.
You got the house. Did it have a garage to park the car?
Mm-hmm.
Was it multiple watches? I'm just hating right now. That's why.
Why? No.
I don't get cool gifts. Like I can't get gifts like that.
I feel like as women, we get treated really nice. Like if the guy has the means, and
Of course, but when
financially-
in a situation like yours, it's at the best time. Like it's not you at like
I wouldn't say that all of that came just from that situation. I just feel like when guys know that you're free and
right. That's what I'm saying. You had the best. Clearly, you're going through the worst situation.
Yeah.
But on the other end, it's like you. I'm trying to think of the word, but you're like a catch right now. So they're gonna do what they got to do to get your attention.
Right. And I feel like that's courting. Like, I feel like there's different stages of courting for different stages of people, different financial, somebody can say that's a lot. But if you're in a...
No, yeah, it don't matter what
No,
it
I'm
was.
saying, like, I think that that's just courting to me. Like, guys if you're trying to talk to me and they see that you need something or see that, like, oh, she needs some drip, she needs some ice. Because it's a lot of guys
Right.
that be in my DM like, oh, you look good with a Cuban around your neck, like that type of thing. And they want to gift you with those things because that makes them feel good.
Right. And you say, okay, send me the Cuban.
Would I not?
I'm saying you.
If you were a
better say,
female,
okay.
right? If you were a female, would you accept the gifts?
1,000%. If a woman hit me, I would tell my wife, hold on, let me get this Cuban real quick. You could wear it too. You know what I'm saying? Like, I respect it. But
For
the
sure.
people want to know, what's the best gift, Yomi?
I don't have a best gift.
Mm.
I like trips. So trips would be, I guess.
Really?
Yeah.
Over a car?
I feel like I'm not really a monetary, materialistic person. Like, I like experiences.
I'll take myself. Send me the car.
I feel like
Send me
I
the bus
learn
down.
more through traveling. Like, you learn people. I part of how I learn how to speak. Part of how I learn how to be good in every neighborhood. Like,
There's different cultures, different
right.
ways of
I like
communicating.
traveling. That's something that, you know, a lot of people can't do. And I feel like you can buy a watch and you can get.
You could, but sometimes you don't want to.
Yeah, for sure. But I mean, in my mind, I don't see that stopping. So that for me, the traveling is first.
Right. What's your favorite place you ever traveled to?
Maldives.
Nice. That's
It was
beautiful.
really nice. The energy, like, I just felt so calm
Free,
and so
relieved.
serene. Like,
Were you
it was
doing
just
yoga?
I wasn't doing yoga, but I was meditating, like, on our patio deck that we had. It was like
Peace. You were at peace.
The sun, it was like setting. You could see it. It was so serene.
Do you have a bucket list of like places you want to go?
Yes.
What's like the top one you want to visit?
I want to go to Greece. I want to go to. I really want to go to Turks and Caicos because I like the pigs.
Swimming with the pigs.
Yeah, and I want.
Go
I
on a
forgot
beach.
where it is, but it's a place where they like the jaguars. They're like black, and I want to take pictures with that. Like, I like doing like I'm a daredevil.
Do you like animals?
Yes, I love animals.
You have pets?
I had a dog, but he passed away. And I just
R.I.P.
never, R.I.P. Lil Rim Rim, but I never decided to get another dog.
Do you think your son is gonna want a dog?
Yes,
soon?
he loves animals just like me. Like, I'm a total animal lover, baby lover, old folks lover, women lover. Like, those are the things that I love. So, my son loves dogs. I don't think that I'll get him a dog right now because he's a handful.
Yeah, exactly.
And I don't want to be taking care of two babies.
So how's it work now that you're on the road? Because we're going to talk about your music, but being a mom and now stepping into this music career, how do you balance it?
It's hard because, you know, leaving my son is just like, I don't want to do it. And God bless me because I've always said I wanted a son because I'm not a girly girl. Like, getting dressed up is hard for me. I want to be in sweats and a hoodie with two cornrows, like, but I know, like, sex sells and being sexy, you know, is what people want. Yeah. So, I said it was going to be easy and it's hard, but my baby father, my baby daddy, shout out to him. He does a really good job of helping me out.
Follow your dreams while he holds it down at home.
Yeah, for sure. Like, we take turns. Like, you know, if he's off or whatever, he'll help me out. My family helps me out. So I have a really strong support system.
That's great. You're lucky. Because not everyone got that.
Hey, sometimes, you know, it's hard out here because me and him get into it. You know, I'm like, look, you got to be a dad too. I want to be an ancient parent too. Like, you know, I feel like sometimes guys don't really understand. Like, women want to go out and we don't want to have responsibilities, but we don't get the day off. Like, we don't get to say, like, I don't want to work today. I don't want to take care of a kid today. I want to play video games all day. I want to.
Nah. Mom is always on.
Right. Sick. I ended up catching COVID back in August. And my son was like literally like maybe 5 months. And I like my baby father was off playing sports, whatever.
Working.
Yeah, working. But so it was hard because I didn't have help and nobody wanted to come watch.
Nobody wants to catch COVID.
Yeah, right. So I had to wear a mask. My son didn't understand. He kept wanting me to take my mask off. I was just like, this is really hard.
Do you feel like he's changed you a little bit as far as a woman?
What? He changed me totally, completely. Like, calmed me down. Like, I was out here. Like, I was hopping, like, not hoe hopping, but I was on a plane, like, going out of town every freaking weekend. I felt like I was just, like, really living and taking control of my life and living it to the fullest. And when I had him, it kind of made me think about him first instead of just myself. It was somebody else before me.
So you said, yo, it's over. Like, I got to slow this down.
Not that it was over, but it was just on pause. Yeah, and because I was scared. I didn't know anything about being a mom. I was like the cool TT.
Did you want to be a mom?
I did. Like, for the longest, I was one of those people who said, I'm never having kids because I was not a kid person. I don't even like kids. Like, I like kids, but like...
To take them home and with them every day is like, nah,
yeah, I don't want to do that. So, it's like, especially if they bad kids. So, it's like, I was kind of like, oh, gosh, this is hard. Like, when they told me to leave the hospital, I was like, what do I do? Like, y'all just telling me to leave, like... How do I feed them? How do I change them? Like, I don't know how to take care of a baby. And then every day it got easier.
It's natural instinct. Like, you just figure it out.
Postpartum depression is real. I went through postpartum. It was really hard. I was doubting myself. I mentally went through writer's block. I couldn't write. I was just like...
So you were doing music.
Yeah. I never stopped.
Right.
Yeah. I was still doing music before my son, during him, after him, whatever. But it got really hard because I felt like I didn't know who I was now. I'm like, I'm a mom. Like, what do I talk about? But, you know, through a lot of talking to my friends and family members, they were just like, you're still you. You just have a kid and you're the same person. It doesn't take away from who you are.
Do you feel like you're out of that postpartum stage now?
Yeah,
it's almost a year later.
Yeah, like every day it got a little bit better, but there were days where I could not stop crying because I was so tired. Like, I'm tired. I can't do it. I don't want to do this anymore. Like, I'm tired. My grandma, shout out to my grandma, she came and stayed with me for a couple of months and helped me, you know, take care of them and let me get some sleep.
Shout out to grandma.
Yeah.
You got some real ones. Even though you go through a lot, which everyone goes through, at least you got like some real ones around you that when in time of need, they hold you down.
They hold me. My grandma gonna hold me down. Yeah. Now. My grandma.
Shout out to Granny. So you're going through all this, having a baby, going through public breakup, hooking, really locking in with one of your old friends. When did you find time to do music? In between
all that.
To really focus on it.
I was always focused on my music. I want to put that out there. I was always focused on my music. Music was number one to me. But I didn't know the business side of music. So when I was doing the music, I had to leave a lot of music on the table because the business was not handled right. I didn't do my split sheets. I didn't know, like, I'm supposed to leave the session with my session.
Right.
I didn't have that. So then, you know, as a woman, it's hard being in this industry because, you know, the guys want to talk to you. And then if you don't want to talk to them, they kind of hold your music up. Or either, you know, because I have a following, they're like, now I'm going to charge her $1 million for a beat because she got clout. She got it. So it was a lot harder. And so I had to leave a lot of good music on the table. And then I got with a really good team that kind of helped me figure out the business side of everything. And now I'm doing it the right way.
Are you signed to a label?
No.
So you guys are doing it all independently? Yeah. Using your favors, your relationships.
For sure.
To make it happen.
My money from my OnlyFans.
That's going right into the music.
Yeah.
And people don't understand how expensive it is, right? As an artist, especially you.
It's expensive being
a woman. And you got to hold a high standard, right? Because just to get ready to come do an interview.
Right.
To fly to New York to do all these. It's like your outfits, your hair, your makeup. That has nothing to do with the sessions, the engineering, the paying for studio time, paying for ads and marketing. Like
paying the videographer, the camera guy, the photo shoots, the everything.
People don't ever understand how hard. They don't know.
And then it's like, you know, they think it's easy and it's not. They don't see all of behind the scenes stuff that you really got to put in work to get. Because people think like it's easy because I have followers.
Yeah, they think, oh, she lit already.
Yeah, like it's not.
It's sometimes in your position.
You got to work harder.
Being a female with that story, you got to work harder.
Because now people are judging me at a higher level.
Yeah, like, okay, let's see if she's really doing this for real or she's just doing it for clout.
Right.
And you're doing it for real.
For real.
The new record, Work It, is coming.
March
Video's
18th.
coming. you used to do the makeup for the girls at the strip club and Wild 'N Out and the castings and do you still do it for yourself when it's time to shoot a video?
Yeah, for sure. Well, not when it's time to do a video, but the girl who does my makeup, like, she's really good, Janera. Shout out Janera. But she taught me how to do my own makeup because, like, sometimes when I go on vacations and stuff, I still got to be lit on the gram, and I did not know how to do my makeup. So she went with me to get all my stuff, and she taught me how to do it. So when it comes to important things, she does my makeup.
Right. You have somebody there.
Yeah. Like interviews and stuff, I can kind of do my own makeup.
And you don't need much.
Yeah.
You're a beautiful woman.
That helps. You have good skin and stuff like that. That helps.
What like nationality are you?
I'm a little bit of everything. A little bit of everything. Like a little mutt.
You don't even know.
Yeah, my dad.
There's a lot going on.
Yeah, my dad he's doing, he did 25 years. So
he's home now?
Yeah, he got out from the new laws with
Oh, shout out to dad. Welcome home.
The drug laws. I think Obama something.
Right.
With coke.
Have you you have a relationship with him?
Yeah, we're cool, tight.
Cause you didn't know him growing up, right?
Nah.
He was a little girl. He's away.
Yeah.
But now he's a grandfather.
For sure. He's not met his grandchild yet.
Not yet.
Nah. We was beefing at one point, so now we cool.
Of course. You probably have a grudge.
It wasn't even about that. Like, he came home with expectations, and I was just like...
Oh, he thought you was about to hold him down.
Yeah, and I'm just like, that's not where I'm at right now. Like,
right.
I got you, but, like, he wanted it right then and there.
Yeah, everything right now.
And I'm just like...
I get it.
That's not where I'm at.
But you understand.
Yeah, I understand.
How people
and that's
look
what
at
it was.
things.
And then we're both Aries, so it was like, he's not, like... I'm a woman now, so he's not used to this. When he went in, I was a baby.
Right, you could boss
and so
you around
now,
still.
and that's when we talked about it, he was kind of like, you tried to boss me.
Yeah.
And I'm not like...
She gets it from you, Dad.
Right.
Just so you
That's
know.
what I said. I'm like, I'm your child, so you can't boss me.
Well, it seems like you're working on everything when it comes to your personal life.
For sure.
Music is coming. Is there a project you're working on? Or you just dropping singles?
We have a whole project. I do not, want to disclose
Can't talk
the name.
too much.
Yeah, but one of my favorite singles off of my project is called Streets is Calling, Work It. So those two are my favorites so far, and Work It is a fun record.
Party record.
Yeah. It's more so showing you my craft, a little bit of it, diving into it. And then I think Streets is Calling is going to really show you, like, this, I'm
right.
here.
She's here to stay.
Yeah.
It's not just...
longevity.
Right. Well, we're excited. I think everyone's excited to see this part of your life. The new...
I'm ready.
New Kiyomi.
Yomi. Yeah.
Big
my
Yum.
rap name is, Yomi.
Yomi's the rap name.
Yeah.
Not Big
I'm
Yum.
always going to be. I'm like Diddy.
Right.
Diddy got like 5 names. I'm going to be Yomi.
Call it what you want.
Yeah.
Just go run up the record.
Period.
Run up the video. Stop hating.
Stop hating.
Just give her a chance.
Yes.
That's all you ask
That's
for,
all
right?
I'm asking for.
Just give her a chance.
Clear my slate.
Right.
And then judge me off of what I'm doing and putting out right now.
Off the music.
Right, off the music. Judge me from my music. And I'm gonna like work on that so you can judge me off of that. Put out music.
Has any record labels reached out yet?
We had a few, but it was like
It didn't make sense
I
yet.
feel like when you have followers, a lot of record labels and stuff, they do reach out to you. And I feel like if I didn't have music out, I'm kind of like, I feel like that makes me nervous. Like, are you really interested in my craft, or you just
the hype?
Yeah, just want to quit?
Because my friends over at So So Def said they'll give you a record deal. She said no. She's not with it.
I didn't say anything.
Before we leave, can we play your game? The 5-second rule? Don't look at the question.
Oh, yay.
5-second rule
I
game.
love 5-second rule game.
Yomi in the building.
Yes.
We'll start off like easy and then.
Okay, 5-second rule.
Somebody got to count down 5 seconds.
Somebody put their timer on. Let me see.
No, you can't do it because you're going to be looking at that. Just count down. There we go. On the count of 5.
Okay.
Name 3 pet peeves.
I don't like smoking cigarettes, drinking, and snoring.
Oh, she made it. Okay. 5 more.
Okay.
Name 3 of your favorite strip clubs.
Cheetah, Magic, Gold Rush.
That was easy. Okay. On the count of 5, name 3 strange things that turn you on.
spitting in my mouth, sucking my toes.
One more. Come on. You failed. She failed. She's not that freaky. Sorry.
I'm not.
Okay, here we go. 2 more. Oh, no, we'll skip that one because we already spoke about that.
Okay.
Last one. Name 3 things your grandma taught you that stuck with you forever.
Speak what you want into existence. Be definite.
2.
And meditate.
Boom. Yomi in the building. The new movement. Tell them your Instagram so they can follow you.
My Instagram is Kiyomi Leslie. All of my social medias are Kiyomi Leslie, and I do play 5-second rule where I give people a chance to win $25, $50. It just depends on the day.
However you're feeling.
Yeah, it's a fun game.
Clearly, we just had some fun.
Yes.
Yomi in the building.
I like that.
We out. Go run it up. Peace.